Hello friends, so welcome to our channel Kastur Classes, and in this particular video I am going to discuss how you can use the property of stack data structure, that is last in first out or first in last out property, for reversing elements. Okay, so let's see. Suppose I am having one array of elements, or you can consider list of elements 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Okay, now suppose I want to reverse this list, so my output list will be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so how you can achieve this? There are several ways. Okay, I am discussing the way using stack. So here suppose initially we are having one empty stack. What we will do, see, this is our input, right, and this is our output. Okay, now we will start traversing in our input array from the left, and we will traverse up to the last element. Each time we will extract one by one element from our input list and we will push that in our stack. So as a result, if we traverse in our this particular input list which is having elements 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, so first inserted element will be 5, then next element which will be inserted is 4, then next inserted element will be 3, then next inserted element will be 2, and finally 1 will be inserted, right? Clear? Now what will happen? See, stack follows LIFO principle. So the last inserted element will be popped or removed first. Okay, so now if you apply pop operation, first the element which will come out, that is 1. Okay, so first 1 will come out of this stack. Okay, so let me just remove 1 from this stack. Yep. Now what is the, if you apply again next time pop operation, these 2 will come out, right? So these 2 will come out here, right? Then so basically 2 we can erase from our stack. Now the next element which will basically come if we apply pop operation, that is these 3. So these 3 will come out. So what we can do, we can simply erase the element 3. Okay, and now then again if we apply pop operation, this 4 will come out, right? So just simply we have pushed all the elements and then we are basically popping, we are applying pop operation. Okay, and then if we apply one more time pop operation, what will happen? The last element, which is basically this 5, will come out of the stack and our stack will be completely empty, and the element 5, if we keep in a list, if we put all the popped elements in a list, our list will be having the elements like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you check what are the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and what is our input 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So see what we have done, just we have traversed in our input list, we have each time we have extracted one by one element and we have pushed that in the stack, and after that we have used pop operation, and using this simply we have reversed the order of the element. Okay, our input was 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and after performing push and pop operation, due to LIFO property or due to philo property, stack is giving us this particular output which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that is reversed version of our input. So using this, that is using stack, you can reverse anything. Okay, that may be string, that may be some other data structure also. Okay, now let us see one practical application of this particular question, okay, in competitive programming. So the problem I am taking from Geeks for Geeks, and the problem is reverse first k elements of q. Okay, so the question says, given an integer k and a queue of integers, we need to reverse the order of the first k elements of the queue, leaving other elements in the same relative order. Okay, queue data structure also I have taught you. Queue follows FIFO or LILO property, that is first in first out or last in last out property. So what we have to do, we have to basically reverse the first k elements of q. Okay, so now just now we have seen for reversing we can use stack, so we will be using the property of stack for reversing the first k elements of q. Okay, so we are basically using two data structure in a particular problem. Okay, so see here, detailed explanation you can check. Let me directly go to test case. And typical test case how gives for gigs follows, that is first one is basically number of test cases, so 2 test cases. First one is basically the length of the queue, so the queue is having element 1 2 3 4 5 and the k value is 3, so we have to basically reverse the first k elements. Okay, so 1 2 3 has to be reversed and our output should be 3 2 1 and then 4 5. See 4 5 we are not reversing. Okay, then next test case. Okay, this 4 indicates the length of the queue, which is 4 3 2 1. This 4 indicates k value, so all the elements has to be reversed basically. So if you reverse all the elements, you will be getting 1 2 3 4. Okay, now pause my video, try to solve this particular problem using your algorithm, whatever you have understood, whatever functions we have discussed in my previous videos. Okay, whatever concept I have discussed in my this video, using those try to solve. If you unable to solve this particular problem, no need to worry, here I am explaining. Okay, so what we can do, see this is a function problem. Okay, so we need to complete the function only. First of all, don't do mistake in choosing the language. If you are following C++, use that, or Java, then use that. Here I am discussing using Python, so I am selecting Python 3. Okay, now see here we have to write the or complete the function which is reverse k. There are 3 arguments which is passed. One is our queue, another one is k value, and the last one is basically the length of the queue. Okay, so what we can do, we can use stack data structure for reversing. So I am defining one empty list stacker. This we will be using as stack or creating our stack data structure. Okay, then see what we can do. Carefully understand the logic. See, we need to only reverse the first k elements. The last elements, which is basically the length of the queue minus k, no need to hamper, right? So what we can do, we can basically use list slicing concept and we can take the last elements apart from the first k elements and we will store that in a separate list. And what we will do, we will do processing on the rest part, and after that we will add the sliced part, which is basically the length of the queue minus k at the end. Okay, so basically we will basically simply isolate the part which is the length of the queue minus k. Okay, because we no need to reverse that part. Okay, so see what I am doing, q2, just I am giving one variable name. If you want, you can give your variable name. So our input is q, and then from k to end we will be perform slicing operation. Okay, why k? Because see, index starts from 0, so basically if we have to reverse the first k elements, that means 0 to k minus 1, that is from k to end of the queue, no need to hamper. So we are using slicing from index k to end of the queue. Okay, and suppose I am defining one empty variable I equal to 0, then what we can do, see, idea is very simple. What we have done in stack, we have to do reverse operation. So whatever part of the list we want to reverse, first we will push that in stack, then we will use pop operation. Same thing we will be doing here also. Okay, so suppose here see, we have already defined one empty list for our stack data structure, right? So we will be now pushing first k elements from the queue to our stack. So while I less than k, I equal to I plus 1, or you can apply I plus equal to 1 also in shorthand notation I have discussed. F equal to q dot pop. So always pop operation has to be done for index 0 because the first inserted element has to be removed first in case of q. Okay, and then we will push that in stack. I have already discussed how you can use push and pop operation in case of stack and queue. So simply push operation is same in case of both queue and stack data structure, that will simply append at the end. Okay, so stacker dot append if. Okay, then what we will do, then our job is done for this particular part. Next time I will be making our queue as one empty list. Okay, now what we will do, we will start popping one by one element from our stack. Okay, so again we will define one variable I equal to 0 for traversing in this stack, and again while I less than k, f equal to stacker dot pop. Now pop operation has to be done for which index? Stack follows last in first out property. That is, the element which is inserted last has to be removed first. Okay, so -1. Okay, that is the recent element which is just inserted, that has to be popped. Okay, pop operation in detail I have discussed in my previous video, and that we will push in our empty queue which we have defined here. Okay, so append if, then for next time I equal to I plus 1. So this will basically reverse the first k elements. Now we need to take care of the rest of the elements of the queue also, so we will simply append that in the original queue. So q equal to q plus q2, which we have done here, sliced. Okay, which we have already sliced here, right? Now let me give one semicolon. Semicolon is not necessary actually. If you want you can ignore. Return q. Okay, so just let me compile and test whether it is applied on our this particular sample test case or not. See, our sample test case 5 3, that is length of the queue is 5 and number of elements which has to be reversed is 3. Our queue elements are 1 2 3 4 5. See, in our output first 3 elements are basically reversed. In the queue, original input queue, first 3 inserted elements are 1 2 3, whereas in our output 3 2 1. Okay, and rest elements 4 5, here also 4 5. Okay, so it is perfectly working for sample test case. Now it is time to check for hidden test case. Okay, I have just clicked the submit button and see it is correct answer, execution time 0.03. Okay, so basically this is how you can use stack to reverse any particular sequence of elements. Okay, I hope you have understood the concept. Same code I will be posting in the comment section. If you want you can check there. This is all for this video. If you find this video helpful, please like, share and comment. And if you have not subscribed our channel till now, don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon to get the notification of all latest videos. Thank you for watching.